Every who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Yahweh who lived on Mount Horeb did not. The Yahweh hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. It wasn't about him. That's clearly the reason. It's true that his head wasn't screwed on quite right. It's true that his serial killing gave some people a fright. But I think that the most sickening thing of all was that Yahweh thought his ego was 2,000,000 sizes too small. So he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his mountain with a sour Yahweh-y frown at the kind-hearted people below in their town. So he hated every Who down in Whoville beneath, and as he despised them, he gritted his teeth. They're loving their families, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his Yahweh fingers drumming, and into his malevolence he was gleefully succumbing. For tomorrow, he knew, all the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast, and they'd eat dinner bread made with yeast. But they wouldn't worship Yahweh in the least. First Yahweh thought of the Who Christmas thing, then thought, I'll punish them for this whole thing. Why, for thousands of years I've put up with it now. I must kill people on Christmas. But how? Then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Yahweh got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Yahweh laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat, and he yelled, about these people, I don't care one bit. First I'll play Santa, then every throat I'll slit. Then into his Santa Claus blazer he stuck some old knives and a very sharp razor. Then he went to Whoville to take some lives. All the Who's were dreaming sweet dreams without care. Then Yahweh came to the first house in the square. This is stop number 1, the old Yahweh Claus hissed. And he climbed to the roof, his weapons in his fist. Down the chimney and straight to the hallway, with murder on his mind, crept the Yahweh. Then he slithered and slunk, with a smile most unpleasant, a rather strange act for a being omnipresent. He hunted for a Who, that Yahweh without love. When he heard a small sound, like the coo of a dove, he turned around fast, and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. This child, he snarled, will be the first one to go. But of the danger, the toddler was too young to know. Of her body, the Yahweh made such a wreck, and this fiend started by slitting her neck. He took the lifeless body and placed it in bed, and with his best knife, this child he did behead. And when Cindy Lou Who was nicely life-free, he took her small noggin and put it atop the tree. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, killing the firstborn ere the first parent rouses. It was 1/4 dawn. Half the Who children lay so still in bed. Soon the Who's would find their little ones were dead. 3,000 feet up, the Yahweh did leer. Pooh-pooh to the Who's was his Yahweh-ishly jeer. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two, then all the Who's down in Whoville will cry, boo hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Yahweh, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Yahweh put a hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded mad.
Then something happened Yahweh hadn't thought of before. The Who's, young and old, gathered around together with a loud roar. Pitchforks and torches in hand at the dawning of the day. Up the mountain they went, and the Yahweh did slay.